Yes, we're back
for another review. Married at First Sight.
Episode 9. Yes, I'm India.
Michelle here.
And we're ready. It's raining, so if you guys hear thunder rain in the background.
Yeah. It might put you to sleep like this episode.
This was the most boring of the entire franchise I've ever watched. And I've watched like 6 to 7 seasons.
I was awake and still just distracted. Like, I just couldn't.
So much distracted that I missed the last 10 minutes and Michelle's mad at me.
Yes, because it was like the one part of the episode that you needed to see. Who does that?
I was trying to watch this thing for 2 days. Like, this episode was the worst. And then I went back and watched the beginning because I was like, I just wanted to make sure because I was half asleep when I watched it the first time. But no, it was nothing. I did not miss anything.
There's no
I remembered every conversation. I was like, so I thought I fell asleep and I didn't. Anyways, this episode was kind of a bore, but
yeah, so we'll get through it. Might be a short review.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll start with Woody and Amani.
Yes, because they're
the same every episode. Yep. There's really not a big difference.
They have no real drama yet.
No, it looks like it's coming, but
but that's true. But for this to be episode 9,
like drama. They are very similar to all the couples that that are still married now that we always knew were gonna make it.
But look, even what's the other black couple from North Carolina?
Deanna
and Greg had some type of. She wasn't giving him none. She was staying a little more standoffish.
There was a little bit, but you knew they were gonna work. Yeah. That's true. There was a little bit more. There's nothing.
They're
Woody
so
is
connected.
They are, but Woody is
childish,
slow. Like
what part?
When they were in the nail salon and she joked with him about cutting her hair, and he was like, "Are you serious? Like, could you take a joke?"
But I thought he was kidding because his face was so ridiculous. I thought he knew she was playing.
No, I don't think.
Really? You think he's a little special?
I think he's a little special.
No, not Woody. Woody is not special. He had to be. And she was overly exaggerating the fact that she was kidding. Like, she was so obvious. It wasn't even a joke.
He was like...
Yeah, she was like...
He said, wait, are you serious? He said, wait, are you serious?
Communicate.
He said, wait, are you serious?
And he was making them faces like... I think he turned up for TV.
Maybe so. Anyway, that was cute. They went to the nail salon together. They did stuff together. And I think, oh my God, I want to relate this to Karen and Miles so bad. Karen told Miles that their grocery store run was a date. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it was a date. Like, even though it's not a traditional date, but I get his point in him saying, oh, it was a date. So the fact that Woody and Amani had a date to the nail salon. Yeah, the nail salon is like maintenance, and it's not a real date, but it's still a date with your husband and wife.
Talking and spending quality time.
Spending quality time. And that's what Miles was trying to say. We'll talk about that later. I hate Karen.
No, you don't.
I wish I did. I don't hate. It's a strong word.
Friend, but I would be a mom's
I don't want to. I mean, I just don't want to talk like this about women, and I don't want to be negative about people. True. And I want to be supportive, but she's very frustrating to watch.
Mm-hmm. She does not come across well on camera, and I bet that she's watching it too, and it's like, oh, I have issues. But the thing is,
if she's not, then no.
She gotta be.
Okay, what else about Amani and Woody? Nothing. She cooked dinner for him.
That was cute.
It was really
That's
cute.
The part I got to. What else with Amani? Nothing. Everybody did their little date. They did their little date. Oh, Amani met with Olivia.
Yes.
That was.
But that was more Olivia's drama than Amani's.
And Amani was like, "I wish you were happy like me." So what can I do? Everybody can't be happy like us. But
that was not.
But I honestly think they get along well. Or do you think that was producers making Olivia?
Yeah. No, I do think Olivia and Amani get along. Be friends. They seem like they would be cool.
They seem both kind of.
Sure, I think so.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That wasn't Amani's stuff. That was Olivia's deal.
Mm-hmm. They had a little friction this time on the In Love conversation.
Oh.
It wasn't friction, but I feel like Woody.
Oh, and that's what their friction is in the next episode Woody too. It's about love. It's about
I got love for my wife. I think he was trying to play it cool, but then she was like, "Nah, I don't see myself as in love with you right now, but I can see myself going there." He kind of was taken out the heart when she said it. You could tell he was like,
right. So in the next,
because I think he was thinking he was being vulnerable.
But don't know. That's why he's so childish. Yeah. Like in 2 weeks, would he? So, or 20 days. So, in the preview to the next episode, they show them at dinner, and he was like, "But you can't get out of her." They were talking about something, we don't know what they were talking about, but he was like, "Yeah, but you can't just walk away from a marriage." And she was like, "Who said I can't?"
Ooh,
and he was like, "It takes steps, and you gotta do this." And she was like, "So?" Like, it was, so we don't know what that conversation was about, but Woody was trying to be like, "You know what, this is more permanent," and she was basically telling him, "No, we can still end this today."
Dang, I
don't know why. Like that. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to see that because that's a little harsh, Shimani.
So besides that, they are cute. They're still going strong. Yeah. Like, they're still definitely the couple to beat. Like, they 100% hands down I like will stay married.
Yeah, for sure. They'll definitely stay married. But like our observation was originally, they may not stay.
And they still give me just really good beginning of relationship vibes. Not necessarily marriage, but whatever. Okay, so next we could do Henry and Christina.
Yes, they won most improved this week.
Sure. I did not believe I don't want to say that. I felt like Christina's revelation was very
with her ADD?
Rehearsed, yes. It was very coincidental. Like, I just felt like it was so
with her meds?
Rehearsed, and yes, the producers needed something. Yeah, they came to her and were like, "What are we gonna do?"
When she walked in the door,
they came to her and was like, "What are we gonna do?" She was drunk as hell. She had just had a great time with her friends, whoever her friends are, and she probably was out on a date with another dude.
No, she was.
Why not?
Because she wasn't. She could last 8 weeks. In New Orleans is small. They said, honey, if she was out with another dude, he would know the next day.
Henry was concerned. He was like, she's not answering. Oh, in his phone, her name is Christina MAFS. I swear.
See, they wrong for letting that show. They wrong for that.
It said Christina
They
MAFS.
wrong for letting that show.
I was like, can't say wife. Like, most people,
or just the name and a heart, or just the name. Hey, just Christina.
Oh, Henry. So they definitely made that extra. We know Henry didn't give a hell where Christina was and why she hadn't been home all day. So producers are really trying to make us think there's something there, and there's nothing there.
Christina's ADD meds. I think that she on some other, maybe some mood stabilizers, but she just said ADD meds because it's
something she was comfortable with.
Yeah. Because maybe what they give you for ADD, Ritalin? So does that make you cranky? Maybe when you get off of anything.
When you get off, she said. I could see if she had ADD, her being impatient, because ADD means you're like, you need you have attention deficit disorder, so you can't pay attention long. So if you're slow moving and slow talking and slow reacting, then I'm gonna lose interest. So I get that. I just think they played it up a whole lot for the show. I'm not saying she doesn't have it.
That room, honey, she was like, I just want you to know that I stopped taking my... And Henry was into it. Henry was like, it's okay, no judgment here, sis.
She said her mom judged her for taking medicine. I just felt like the whole story was made up. Christina just does not seem authentic. Like, that just seemed like a very
She's bad at acting, but I think she's had to act so much on this the whole 10, 20 days that she like, look, let me come in here and be like, and when she was drunk, she couldn't act as well.
All their scenes are on the couch. Yeah. Like this. Right. Although, when they went golfing, it was cute.
That was cute. That's cute. What I said, they most improved.
And he came out of his shell. They was
most improved.
Okay.
Honey, his twitch was coming out when she was lying now.
Really? Yes. I didn't notice.
When she was standing there, he was like, his twitch was coming out.
Does not. So it's his telltale sign for when he smells bullshit.
But he said,
maybe he was nervous about what she was about to say.
Yeah, because he was like, what? Because she was like, I have to tell you something. I thought she was about to say that my ex came back or something.
I thought she was going to say she didn't really live in New Orleans. And
she was not going to say. And she wanted to exit this marriage.
But didn't they show a scene that made it look like he was going to say he didn't want to do this anymore?
Yeah, that scene where he walked out, but I don't think they showed whatever part they showed. And, you know, these producers, who does this? Big Fish, who does the production on this? Because they be having scenes that don't
that
happen
they show us
in the main preview, and sometimes in the weekly preview that does not happen. And it's like, I get that every once in a while that's going to happen, but y'all need to take the scenes out that are not going to happen or you're not going to show us.
My note said that Henry was a fool because I really felt like he was acting like he cared that she wasn't home, and I don't think he gave a hell.
Oh, yeah, no, he didn't.
I don't think he gave a hell.
He probably was happy.
I was cracking up that Henry got a martini at the golf course.
Yes. And what, she had a frozen Bloody Mary? I ain't never seen that.
It was
Didn't
very,
it
I was like, what is
know about that? I was like,
here?
what is this frozen?
He was like, crossed his leg and had his martini.
But I swear to you, when they first started the conversation, there was 2 frozen margaritas. At the end, he had a martini glass. I mean, frozen. I swear to you.
So they must have been
editing or sitting there for a long time.
Sitting there for a long time and getting nothing
I'm
out
telling
of
you, they both had them because at first I was like, oh, those are Bloody Marys. I saw something sticking out and I was like, is that frozen? And I didn't check to look, but it was 2. Then all of a sudden at the end, he had that glass.
He had that martini. I was like, okay, whatever.
These producers on this show are something else.
And it was just a whack episode. Okay, next couple, Amelia and Bennett.
Yeah, they were cute.
I thought it was interesting that he was like, no, I never fell in love at first sight. And then he went through all the reasons that he did fall in love at first sight. But then I was like, that's kind of weird to tell somebody
that you met
and it didn't happen with them. That's exactly what I thought to myself. Like,
because at first I thought he was alluding to it was with her. But then he never circled backward. He never filled that in, so I don't think so.
And the show flash back to them talking like on their wedding night, I think trying to insinuate that too, but that's not the vibe I got
from him. No, because it's like, no, he was like, well, actually, no, I don't think so. He wasn't talking about Amelia. He fell in love with somebody else. But so he said he's quick to fall in love.
Yeah, so it was funny though.
And then you seen that they had sex right after he had COVID. I'm diagnosing him with COVID.
Oh, right. Yes. I diagnosed him with COVID too, but it only lasted like 2 days. We don't know how long it lasted.
They went from 2 weeks married to 20 days. So we don't know how long it lasted. They might have used old footage.
You're right. We don't know. But I definitely think he had COVID. When they said that he was sick and he was under covers, I said he had COVID early.
Yeah. So that man had COVID.
I think he had COVID.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay.
But then they finally had sex. Now, I kind of thought that they had sex.
No, they kind of intimated that they hadn't.
Okay. So that's nice.
Yeah. I kind of got bored with them, but so they were doing that
tightrope thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I was cracking up.
Why were they matching? I missed it.
She gave him the outfit when the friend came over to make the cake for him. You saw that part, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. She's mad at me, but at least I saw one part. So the friend came over and spent the night, which was funny. And she helped make a cake, and she was doing all the stuff in the day for him.
The friend that was dressed all weird?
Yep. And she was sitting on the couch. She made a cake. He saw the cake before they went outside. Now, they never showed him eating the cake, so I don't know what the point of them showing
She had the cake, the cotton candy cake?
Outside?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
no, they took it to the picnic.
Oh,
they had a picnic.
So that's what it was for. Yep, that's what it was for her picnic. And she was going to surprise him with a cake that looked like him. It was supposed to be him.
Oh.
So then they did she gave him the outfit, and they were doing their little performance thing, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever.
He was a trooper.
He was flipping off that thing 10, 15 times.
He was a trooper.
Ooh, and that's hard.
Right. The beads of sweat. Like, there's no way I would have done that.
I would have done it 2-3 times, and I would have been like, I'm good. Thank you.
Y'all got it.
You do it.
Let's wrap this up.
Y'all got it. You do it.
Let's wrap this up.
Y'all got it. You do it.
Let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
Like, I would have totally been like, okay, I'm good.
But you know what? I feel like his man pride kicked in.
Yeah, he definitely
was. He is skinny as hell. I noticed. I was looking. I said, he's skinny than Amelia, and she ain't no big girl.
Nah,
he was smaller than her in that little outfit.
That outfit, I was just like, what is this? The picnic was very cute. That day was cute, and then
she planned a nice day. I'm curious to know if the producers assigned one of them to plan a day in each couple, just so they can, because clearly this is not like the first few seasons where they were literally going about their day-to-day lives.
No, the producers are so involved in giving them direction.
Like, okay, Miles, you plan something.
Mm-hmm.
You plan something because you're the planner. Like,
yes,
they clearly made everybody plan it, but everybody's dates look pretty nice.
So, okay. Are you done with them?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Olivia and Brett, his sarcasm is draining. Like, he's not even fun to be around. She was just like, he is so pessimistic. Like, everything anybody says, he is just a contrarian.
It's a defense
he's
mechanism.
It's so hard
to watch. It's a defense mechanism because he doesn't want to be serious, or he doesn't want someone to judge his real feelings, or he just doesn't know how to express himself. So he just makes jokes about stuff. And it's not funny.
But then they're not funny.
Yeah, it's not like jokes. He's just being a sarcastic ass because I feel like he doesn't really know how to communicate.
And he's not that likable. He's not confident in who he is or something. I don't know.
I think so. That's why he jokes like the way he does.
Olivia seems cool. Don't get me wrong. Olivia definitely had some moments in previous episodes where I was like, what's going on? But in all, everybody has flaws. So all in all, I think Olivia is a pretty cool chick. And they get into the previews for the next episode show again that when Brett doesn't like something, or Brett isn't good at something, or Brett doesn't agree with something, he acts like an asshole right now.
I think he has that thing that Summer Walker has, that social anxiety.
His is a little different.
He has some type of anxiety that makes him act out in public. He was even act crazy at their bachelor party.
He's weird. Like he
drank too much. He got some type of anxiety that make him drink and make him he's not confident in himself being able to carry a conversation or be liked by people and talk. So he either over drinks or makes the attention be on him by acting out.
I don't like it. It's annoying. It's hard to watch. And
he was not being serious when she was asking him about the falling in love. He's not gonna ever get no wife.
Who wants to marry him? He is too.
Well, he got a wife. Now he ain't got no second one.
He not gonna stay married. He got a first one. Olivia and her conversation with Amani, it was kind of sad. Like Olivia was trying not to be negative and really say how she felt. Olivia, he annoys her now. Olivia ain't got no butterflies. Olivia he don't make her laugh and smile.
And you know how it is when women start getting turned off or get turned off, it's hard to turn it back on.
Very hard.
He's going to have to change how he is to make her, because at this point now, every small thing that he does
is going to annoy her. It's just going to be like, tick the is gonna dig. Okay, I don't even know if we missed anything with them.
And he's broke.
And she's just
where was their date?
Oh, the alligator.
Oh, yeah, that was nice. Okay.
He was negative on that too. Yeah. He was like, it's really kind of stupid to watch cold-blooded animals observe them because they're slow moving. Like he just doesn't, like he's the fun police. He takes the fun out of everything.
And Olivia seems very fun and lighthearted.
She just wants to chill, have fun, joke. Like I feel like if he wasn't that way and he just had his regular joke, they would mesh well.
Just like your conversation about not focusing on the big stuff, and then sometimes it just falls in place. And he basically tried to tell her that was dumb, and it's like, no.
I've never heard any, and that's against any advice I've ever gotten from anyone. Like, do you ever say anything positive? Okay, whatever. Over him. Okay, last but not least,
Michelle's favorite. Oh my gosh, she loves Karen. She loves her. Karen and Miles. Karen and Miles. Karen and Miles. Karen and Miles.
So lame.
So what do you got to say about your best friend Karen?
She's lame as hell.
Lame? I can't You think Karen's lame? Do tell.
I can't. Why are you like this? And she annoyed me so much. So
she was annoying me from the beginning
of
the episode.
Right. So Miles is
and I didn't even see the last part.
Miles' dinner where he brought in a chef. That was dope.
That was cute. His homeboy.
And they helped. Like it wasn't just somebody cooks for us. But
and
they got to help.
So good.
That food
I love
bomb.
Bucatini.
I know that food.
Woo!
Bomb.
Yes, I was like,
those mussels.
Pasta. That looks
so. It looks really good. She's so nitpicky on him that she was getting mad at him for doing this. Like, you dummy, you don't even know what that is. Like, he was doing Salt Bae. And she was like, why are you holding your hand like this? You idiot.
She is kind of grandma. She probably don't understand.
That's Salt Bae. What are you talking about? Does anybody not know who Salt Bae is? Like, that was a whole thing for a year.
Everybody knows Salt Bae. Y'all know Salt Bae.
Anyway, that was so annoying to me.
What's wrong with her?
She's annoying.
But she seemed to enjoy it. She said thank you. The food looked bomb. She said it was good.
She said
you can treat me once or twice a month.
But before that, she was like, every time she talks, every time they're asking her about their relationship, she's always trying to come up with a reason why. I just don't know if this is how he always is. Like, is this going to be a one-time thing? What about Miles makes you think this is going to be a one-time thing? Nothing. There is nothing about it.
And as long as you both are willing to work on it, even if he stopped doing it, you can communicate that. Hey, remember when you used to do this? Can you do it some more? It will make me happy. But she has to reciprocate.
She doesn't want this to work, so she wants to make everything a question. Like, I don't know if this is how he's gonna be. I don't know if this. And she did say, oh, but I mean, if for tonight he gets an A+, like, why would you even turn a negative on this? Like, maybe the producers are asking her to. I don't know.
Maybe bad editing.
Okay, so that happened. What else?
They were talking about their love. They talked about love as well. How do you know when you're in love or whatever? Or
right? Yeah. That question. I just think she needs to grow up. Like she doesn't participate well in conversations. When they went grocery shopping. This was the lead in to the end of the episode. When they went grocery shopping, he was saying how he was like, I liked our little date. And she was like, that was not a date. Like, she was just, and I got his point. That's what I said earlier. He was basically like, look, we didn't have to go grocery shopping together. Yeah, the fact that we went together, and we were making it an event, made it like a cute little date.
That was our first time grocery shopping together, so that's
yeah. He's like, I pushed the cart. He was like, I paid. Like, he was giving you every reason to be like, okay, I guess it was a date. Mm-hmm. And her ass was like, nope, it's not a date. If you don't get your ass out of here.
That's how she's supposed to act. Maybe she's acting. Maybe she's had to put on. Maybe she was like a pageant girl. That's how she seems to me. She's very reserved and very odd.
She is. So, the last scene that you missed.
No, but before we get to that.
Okay.
The conversation when we're in the bed talking about love.
Yes.
She was like, and he said he's a giver, whatever. And she's like, that's the thing. I don't want you to, and I understand what she was saying. I don't want you to give so much and not focus on yourself, whatever. Right. And then she said basically the same thing, like, I don't know if you're being real or if this is going to stop. And it's like, I didn't understand that. Most relationships, the beginning is the honeymoon stage. So yes, people might be courting you and trying to woo you. Her being like, I want it to be slow, so you doing the most shouldn't happen at first because I want it to happen once you really, really know me and like me. It doesn't make sense. Anybody in a relationship who has ever even dated somebody more than 3 months
putting their best foot forward.
Yeah, you're putting your best foot forward.
And you're doing everything, and you do figure out after about 6 months what shit was real.
So why don't you want that? What part of it, or why isn't that what anybody does? Is it because you deal with guys?
Maybe she hasn't dated that much. Maybe she's maybe that one.
Well, she said she's only had 2 boyfriends, and they were long term.
She's the worst. She makes me want to go to sleep.
And she talks very slow.
She makes me want.
And very mundane.
Monotone?
She talks very monotone. What did I say?
Mundane is like pedestrian, like
regular
stuff.
Like
this novel. It's very mundane, basic.
She talks very monotone, and I said mundane. Anyway, we can end that out.
We needed this because this episode is so boring.
She talks so monotone and so soft, and she no personality.
So here's the problem. So the end of the episode.
Last scene, because I missed that.
Oh my gosh, y'all. So she was uncomfortable because he started asking her questions about sex. So he's sitting at the counter, she's sitting in the kitchen doing stuff. And he's like, okay, so what do you like? What do you want? Like, he was
clearly is a part of the damn show, so stop playing games.
So she was just like, I just don't think those are things we should talk about until we're there and we're doing it. No. Sex is a part of a relationship. You should be able to talk about sex.
We cannot be having sex and still talk about. We don't have to get graphic, clearly not on national TV either. But
no, he was just like, well, and then she was just like, we're not there yet. He said, okay, so how do we get there? Let's talk about how do we get there. And so then she was like, well, I don't know exactly what her response was to him, but whatever she said to him is what triggered him to get up and be like, okay, well, let's put it on the calendar. She was like, well, I'm not saying we're planning it for a specific date or this or that, I think. And then his response was, oh, well, let's see, like, let's put a date on it. Okay, I'm gonna put it. And you could tell he was kind of kidding. Like, it wasn't forceful. It was more or less, it made her uncomfortable because it's something she doesn't want to talk about, but he wasn't being disrespectful. And she totally flipped it and was just like, and he put marriage with my spouse on the calendar. And she was like, that was very disrespectful and it made me very uncomfortable. I don't feel safe. You don't feel safe?
Whoa, that's a big one.
I don't know. So in the next episode,
so what does she think he's gonna be attacking?
He's gonna like grab her and be like, it's time to have sex. Like, what? Woo. I was so angry.
That means she really don't like him.
She needs to grow up.
He needs to leave her.
And she needs to grow up.
You ain't about to be
because she's the immature one.
Crying wolf on me, baby. No.
Right. These cameras need to be here.
You feel unsafe because somebody wrote on a calendar,
sex with my spouse.
You feel unsafe?
Sex with my spouse.
I knew I didn't like Karen like that.
Oh, so
I knew it. It was something about it.
So the next episode is more of that. Like the preview for the next episode had them talking about that.
As a man, by the way.
He doesn't know she said that.
Oh.
It was an interview. It was a confessional.
Oh, yep. Well,
it was her background.
Oh, and you know his mama tripping. His mama don't play about his baby.
You know what we forgot to talk about?
What?
Him being emotionally intelligent in the grocery store and her again in an interview saying I'm just used to more masculine guys. So guys that have no, like why
but he asked her, he specifically said, do you think how do you think emotional intelligence and masculinity tie in together, or do you think those go hand in hand? I was telling Michelle earlier that I felt like the producers said that because I'm like, she has said that stuff in the confessionals about he's very emotional. I usually like a more masculine man. She said it to the girls. I never saw her on camera say that to him. So it seemed like one of those questions, if they're feeding them questions you can ask this. Maybe he didn't even know she kind of said those things. But she does say it, and she has said it, and she does think that if you are aware of your emotions, you can't be masculine. Like, girl. So she lied to him.
Right. So then he says, he basically looked at her and was like, I think those two things can exist together. And she was like, yeah, I do too. I think so.
Any person who...
So the fact of the matter is, she still keeps equating masculinity and emotions as like.
But peep this. You want a man that can take control, but when he tried to take control and write on there that he wanted some sex, unsafe. So what is it?
Go. Leave the damn show. Period. I want her off.
Now I'm starting. They're the only drama on the damn show.
That's true.
We need them.
I'm done. I'm over it. I'm over Karen's ass. As much as I want to root for love, I want to root for black love. Like, I can't do that with them.
Yeah, Karen, you digging a hole each week for yourself, and you on paper, it seemed like she would be okay.
Fine. She's a cute girl. She actually has a decent personality. I just feel like her personality is taking a hit because she's trying to balance not leading him on. She does not want to lead him on. She does not want to make him think she likes him too much. She just wants it to be just enough. And she's not being honest.
But maybe she's also trying to reconcile that stuff within herself. Maybe she really doesn't know.
That's a lot of credit.
Okay.
But let's give it to her. I still want her gone. That's it. That's all I got. This episode is probably longer than it even needed to be. We hopefully cut some stuff because it wasn't that good. What y'all think? Y'all thought this episode was good?
This season is one of the slower ones. I'm gonna say that again. It's episode 9, and the only real drama we got was Christina and Henry for.
So we can't talk stuff about them having real couples versus having drama.
I know, but I feel like real couples would have some, except for Monty and I guess.
Okay. We will hopefully have more drama next week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment.
Yeah.
And we'll see y'all next week.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.